Shit. Well, tighten this bitch up real quick. Are we live now? Wooly. Shit. I can hear you. I'm just trying to stop my microphone.
Okay. Oh, I hear. I can hear my voice now. I can hear my voice now. What's up, everybody? Sorry about the technical difficulties. What's up, everybody? Sorry about the technical difficulties. If you can hear the echo, that's purely my phone picking up my voice and sending my voice back out, and my microphone on my headphones picking it up. But I'll be turning this volume down in a sec once I've checked that everybody's mics are working, so it won't echo anymore. Bear with.
Hey, by the way, Wooly, you got a link I could share? Just send it to me right now, so like I could send it out to
Yeah.
tweet it out.
Okay. I think everybody can everybody's mics are working fine. Yeah, I'll get this link now. Um, Copy link. This is the link. I've DM'd it in the Twitter feed. I shall also tweet it out. Okay, fam. Appreciate your patience. Bear with. Is live. This is definitely unorthodox. I appreciate that. Nowhere near the professional standard that the saltiest gamer has curated over the millennium that he's been podcasting, but unique circumstances. For those who don't know, Saltiest Gaming is currently in hospital undergoing a serious heart operation as we speak right now at this moment in time. So light your candles, folks, say your prayers for our boy Salty. Uh, Making it sound like the worst has happened. I don't mean it like that. You know what I mean. Send him positive vibes. chi, good thoughts, all that good stuff. What's up, chat? I'll be right with you in a second. TSGP Gaming Chill Sesh is live. Don't miss it. Okay. I think we are good. Okay, now to check the live chat. All Style 85. What's up, dude? Jeremy Nelson. Good to see you on here. Appreciate your patience, brother. Thank you. Hi, All Style. Yeah, hi, Mark from Twitter. Salty's specifically made a request to me not to set up a fundraiser. So for this time being, that's not going to happen. But hopefully I can talk him round to accepting it. Now, everybody's gone very quiet. Is everyone in this group so far? Axel, are you there? Oh, sweet. No worries.
I'm good. I'm sitting down and I'm good now.
I'm just trying to tweet it out, but yeah, I'm good.
Epic times. So we've got Gaming Despair, we've got Axel, Chris, are you there? I'm quiet. Okay. Let me sort that out right this second. Mike. How am I doing this? Sound. Output. Microphone. Okay, this should be better. Okay, this is better. Sweet. Kofi. Is Kofi is Kofi here?
Yeah, Kofi's not on right now. Are we waiting on him?
I believe so. Oh, sweet. No worries. Okay. Well, we can make a start then. And we'll, by the time, here he is, the Kofi.
Good shit.
Kofi, if you are speaking right now, we cannot hear you.
No, he just got in.
How about now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Beautiful.
hear you, brother.
This is good so far. I'm
There's
just
a
going to
little
do a
echo,
quick...
though. Where's that coming from?
Yeah, I can hear an echo too. Not sure if that's my mic.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Somebody's phone. Just make sure if anybody has their phones out and has the live broadcast up to interact with chat, just make sure you put the phone on mute.
Yeah. Volume's
Yeah, that's
all
what
the
I
way
did.
down.
I have mine already muted.
Okay. So I've put the tweet out with the link to this. Hopefully we can get as many people to see it as possible. It's definitely going to be a smaller. Awesome. Thank you. I'll retweet.
Are you guys ready?
We are ready. I believe we are ready. I'm just trying to sort out this echo. 1 second.
It's not.
I think it is. Yeah. No, not my phone. It's not coming out of my phone. It's coming out of my. I could just hear it. Maybe it's just me then. Okay, guys in the chat, can you hold on? The chat's guys in the chat, can you hear an echo right now, or are we all good?
I can hear it, Willie, but I don't know if that's just me or us. Hoping somebody in the chat engages and lets us know.
Oh yeah, they can hear an echo. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. Okay. How's this? I can hear a duck. Hey, yeah, awesome. Swag, yeah, jump in, bro. If you don't know MG Swagger, he's the bus driver's Dave on Twitter. He's a long time fan of the Saltiest Gaming podcast, and me and you, Axel, we had a game with him not too long ago, didn't we? On GTA. It was fun. I'm not quite sure how to get him in, but yeah, welcome to the show, brother. Right, so this is a bit unconventional, guys, as you know. This is a subsidiary, a bit like what do you call it? A bit like Bethesda is to Microsoft. This is a subsidiary of TSGP. Our boy Saltiest Gamer is currently in the hospital undergoing an operation on his heart. So we thought we would try and carry on his legacy whilst he is currently out of action for the time being, and do our best to make this podcast go ahead in the most what's the word, makeshift DIY way possible. So it's all fun and games, folks. We've got a lot to talk about. It's going to be fire. We are also going to try and get a game session going. Let me know how the volume is as we do all this good stuff. I love it. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. So starting off, let's do introductions. No amazing intro, I'm afraid, to this week, guys. We've not got Salty's epic intro with the music and the slideshow of all these epic games, but we have got the better thing, and that is an awesome panel. So shall we go with Chris? What have you been playing, bro? How's it been? Oh wow. That is Oh shit. I'm sorry, bro. One sec. We're getting comments that there's no audio.
You can't hear the audio?
Yeah, Chris, your mic isn't registering. It's not in the live stream. Yeah, so you need to go to your settings. This is we had this.
You gotta
issue
go to
with
your party settings,
Give me
and then where it says allow your voice to be shared, hit it to always allowed. Always allow, and you should be good.
So, well, we're getting this sorted, fam. 1 second. Chris was just giving this long, awesome speech and about what he's playing and what's coming out, and none of you could hear it. God damn it, Chris.
Yeah, go to the party, where the party's at, go to party settings, and then you'll see allow your voice to be shared, and then just hit it on always allowed, and you'll be good.
See, this is a beef that I've got with PlayStation 5, right? It is a ball ache to navigate all these different menus to achieve the desired result. Like,
well, it's actually pretty simple. It's not that difficult, actually. It's just like 2 clicks away and you're good. Oh, on the PS5, I don't know though.
Yeah, on the PS4 it's simple, but on the PS5 it's a ball ache.
Okay, my chat. Can the chat hear me now?
Hold on. Yep, we can hear you. Awesome. Okay, so guys, let's start again. Chris, what have you been playing?
No, just beat Demon Souls Tuesday and working on getting more trophies for it, possibly the platinum, and then I'm just waiting for midnight tonight for Near Replicant to unlock. I'm very excited about that game, and then after that, it's just going to be nothing but new games that I'm into for the next like 4 or 5 months. Like every month, and from now until September, every single month, even July, even August, even September, like every single month, there's a game coming out that I want to play. So, but other than that, man, like there's a lot of crazy news this week. I'm safe from, the incident that happened to me last week. Me and my wife are safe. We got our new place and people have been helping us out. So I'm very appreciative for those who helped us out. Other than that, yeah, let's get into it. There's a lot of good topics, man. A lot of great PlayStation topics this week. So
yeah, we need to touch on that. You've been through the shitter recently, Chris, and I gotta say, man, like you called Chris righteous and all that. Seriously, God must be on your side, bro. You've been it's crazy.
Oh no, for sure, man. Like, cause like
you've been going through.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we lost a lot of things, but at the same time, we gained new things and better things now, and like our situation is a little bit better than what we were living in our old apartment. So yeah, I'm thankful for God because of that. But y'all also have to remember, this ain't like my building caught on fire last week, but just like 3 months ago, there was a big snowstorm in Texas that took out my water, and I was out of water for like a week. Y'all remember that and shit like that? So it's like, I've just been getting like all the elements just been coming at me, and I've just been, you know what I mean, just ducking and dodging all of them. So, but yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Everybody's good, and me and my wife are safe. We hanging in there. My dog is safe. My PlayStation 5 is was saved. That I was man. Yeah. But other than that, man, just as soon as I got, I mean, we still don't have everything we need. There's still stuff that we're missing and that we're waiting on and trying to set up or whatever. But as far as that, like the essentials of food, water, a bed. We got new couches and we got our internet set up and everything like that. So, But other than that, man, how's everybody else doing?
Great news. Kofi, you want to go ahead? Okay, you sound so quiet for me anyway.
You using a PS3 mic, Kofi?
Or kind of a little far away.
Oh, okay. No, it's doable. It's doable.
Unfortunately, Kofi, you're not actually being picked up in the stream. No, yeah.
Hey, Kofi, go to party settings. Go to party settings on the chat, and then hit what's it called? Allow your voice to be shared, and hit it as always allowed, and you should be good. All right,
we will,
you know,
we will
as soon as he
manifest.
figures that, I could go right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Gaming Despair, welcome to the show, bro. And how are you? What have you been playing, man?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Gaming Despair, man. Fucking, just last week I bought a couple games about Gran Turismo Sport. Shit, I can't even fucking speak right. I bought 2 indie games from Mango Protocol, Agatha Knife, and I'm probably gonna check out tomorrow. And this is gonna sound weird. It's called Mecha Nika. That one, and then like they're like 2-hour platinums, and then I got this one game that I just platinum literally in 20 minutes called 112 Seed. And this one other game called Bear With Me, Last Robots. Man, see, my problem is that sometimes when I see games on sale, I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna check it out. And, you know, that's what I do as a gamer. I just check out these little small indie studios and stuff like that, you know, just get a chance to play with them. But, you know, it's pretty good stuff. You know, I had fun with some of them, so... Yeah, that's how it is sometimes with me, man, dude. The only thing I'm doing is just creating a huge backlog and shit with games, and I have no control over it.
That is the way, man. The backlog is like the bane of my gaming life. It sounds like it should be a good thing, but I find it frustrating.
Yeah, you know, that's how it is. And then I got World War Z through PS Now, so I'm playing that with a couple friends, and then Apex here and there, and then the shady part of me. There's a lot of stuff out there, bro. You know,
all these games,
that's pretty much what I've been doing.
I don't have time for Game Pass. Like, I had Game Pass for a year, and I just wasn't using it because of this insane backlog that I don't know how people find the time. But yeah, that's great, man. Axel, my bro.
Yo.
What's good?
What's up, guys? Not much, man. Just chilling. I haven't really been playing that much because of my current situation. I got a new job, so I've been studying a lot for this license certification test. But just still playing some GTA. I am anxiously waiting for Returnal. I pre-ordered that, so super hyped to play that, especially after, you know, the some of these previews that we'll be talking about later have been coming out the last few hours, last 24 hours or so. But yeah, man, I want to, and I also want to say, first of all, man, Salty, I don't know if you're I don't know if he's still under or not, but we missed you, bro, and I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. You know, can't wait to have you back, dude. And Chris, man, I'm so happy that nobody got hurt, and you know, you got your situation figured out and stuff, and you know, I'm happy to see people kind of pulling together and pitching in to help you out, man. Glad you and yours are safe.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no way will Salty be listening to this, even if he wasn't completely out cold. I mean, he'd be like, "Oh, this is so mediocre, Wooly." Like, come on, dude.
No, man, come on. You know you wouldn't do that.
I'm only kidding. No, we are thinking about you, Salty, whenever you get the chance to listen to this. And we love you, dude, and you'll be fine. You'll rock it. What's up, T-Rock in the chat? It's good to see you, brother. Jazz, I'm trying to find your name on PlayStation 2.
What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Nice.
Can the chat hear you? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, chat hear me?
By the way,
do we have a backup? Do you want me to stream too?
Oh, we do. We got Axel.
All right, cool.
Giving the backup. He's got his finger in all pies. That Axel.
All right.
Yeah, we could have done it on Jazz's channel.
Yeah, Jazz, we should have done it on Grind My Gears, like TSG Grind My Gears.
Grind this table.
You know what, guys? I will say this, right? If Salty is out of action for another week, we'll do it on your channel, Jazz, and then we'll do
hey,
a
man,
rope.
that's no problem, man. I'm just glad that we could get together, man. Yo, there's been some crazy stuff going on. Chris, I'm so glad you're back, man. That was crazy. My friend had that happen to them, and man, it is devastating and horrible. I'm glad you're safe, man. I heard you saved the PlayStation. You went back in for the PlayStation. You're like, I just got that son of a bitch.
Yeah. I was gonna fight the firefighters if they didn't let me in, man.
That's it. I was like, he's like, I'm going back in. I was like, I gotta get my PlayStation.
I seen that. I remember the old Looney Tune cartoons, the little fire character that would go around starting fires.
Yes.
You know, you remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, I see him walking around in my apartment, man.
Dude,
like,
man. I can't believe how close that was, man. But I'm glad you're okay. And shout out to Salty, man. I heard that he's hanging in there, man. Pull through, man. We're here.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Jeez.
Now this is something. How the hell do I join your party or invite you to mine with this game? Guys,
yeah, I'm in the party with
topics,
the.
Don't worry, we are getting into it.
All right, yeah, no problem.
We're just trying.
Are we
to
on
zombie
army? Is that what we're in?
Yeah, zombie army campaign.
All right, yeah, the game that yells at you through the controller.
That's the one. Do I click continue campaign, and then I invite you?
Do Horde.
Oh, Horde sounds good. All right. We'll figure it out. So, the first topic of today, of this evening, fam, it's been such a crazy week of gaming news. It's like hard to keep track of it all. But, guys, I don't know about you, but I just get the feeling that Sony listened to kind of all the shit that's been going around and being mumbled by the community, by disillusioned and angry ponies and the typical bots, and I don't know, they've just completely like debunked every single narrative going recently, in my opinion anyway. I mean, first things first, look at the news that we got just yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm trying to...
Today was like the bulk of all the news.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It started last night and then it just trickled throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Asobu, that's the one.
Asobi.
No, Asobu. Yeah, Asobu.
Kofi.
Go ahead, Kofi.
Hold on 1 sec. I think
There's an
I
echo.
can hear the echo coming from Kofi, I think.
Yeah, I hear the same echo.
Don't be sorry, Kofi. Just be better.
Shit.
Boy.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, for Kofi, you have a good idea of who Asobu is. Can you give us a rundown? Sounds good now. Oh, crap. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what's going on. Once again, your voice isn't being picked up by the chat.
He probably got to set up the settings.
Yeah, Kofi, you gotta go to party settings.
Yeah, and I still hear the echo. I hear my voice more than anybody. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sorry guys. We know this is a shit setup, but
to Jazz's channel.
Well, I could stream it, but I'm just gonna do the same thing from PlayStation. I could just broadcast it from here, but it's just the same thing that's broadcasted right now to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, unless you want me to set up a quick stream and jump in Discord.
T-Rock can hear everyone but you, Kofi.
Yeah, he must have it on private thing.
Yeah, you gotta go to his setting. Go ahead, break it down.
Are you using
right?
Are you using a PS5 or PS4?
I think it's
He's
PS5.
on a PS5.
Right.
He's on PS5.
Kofi, was that you who asked that question just then? Because I think.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Hold on. Let me check.
Testing.
Check your settings.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I just went to share because you were right. It was not set correctly. Let me go confirm.
So, Kofi.
And Wool, you're broadcasting from the PlayStation, right?
I'm sorry, guys. It's not ideal.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Kofi. You're good.
It's my DIY.
Okay, you're good for Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi.
You guys can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Great. So I won't belabor too long, but a lot of the developers that are listed on the site for Asobu already have at least one game in development. They range from like really wacky games. Like this is one game. It looks like there is a person who wants to stay home, and his entire family and everybody he knows wants him to go and explore the world. Like the guy is hikikomori, like he wants to just basically stay in his house and just either like play video games or something like that. Having people come to his house and he's knocking them out. It's a really goofy looking game. But I basically went and looked at all the different developers and what games they're making. And so it seems like, I think the expectation would be eventually we might find a real star, somebody who would want to graduate from making indie games to making something that might be the next big hit. And it reminds me of an event that Shuhei Yoshida had hosted in December of 2019 in Japan for indie devs to kind of market their indie dev efforts, I guess you would say, towards the end of the 8th generation. This event, I think, was supposed to have many meetings, but of course, December 2019, we know what happened. So it's kind of nice to see PlayStation kind of turn around and see that, for example, ID at Xbox is also invested in this company. So to see PlayStation turn around and do the same is really nice. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of these games. Some of the games are not released yet. Some of them don't even have an announced platform. So it makes me think either A, that they will now come to more platforms, or B, they'll make another game that'll be on home consoles. So pretty cool stuff.
I think does anybody else have any other thoughts about Asobu in particular? That's an awesome breakdown.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this kind of like kills that whole narrative, because so the whole situation was like Sony Japan, how they restructured them for Asobi, not Asobu, but Asobi. So people were worried about that, like, Sony, they're not gonna be supporting any more of like the smaller Japanese games that used to come out of Sony Japan and whatnot, and all the directors and the developers left and everything like that. So they're not supporting, like they're supporting this indie company, right? That for smaller Japanese devs, for like the wacky titles that Kofi was mentioning and stuff like that. So this could also mean, because some of the people who left Sony Japan, they went out and started their own independent studio. So they're like the person who made Gravity Rush, he has his own studio now, right? He's an indie studio now. So this could still mean that whatever they're working on, Sony can still market the game and make it a PlayStation exclusive. And you still have like that same developer who made Gravity Rush, who made Silent Hill or whatever, still working on games for PlayStation as well, even though they're no longer part of Sony Japan. So that kind of destroys that narrative. At the same time, it destroys Sony's not only focused on AAA games and not smaller games or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's good news. It's good news, man. It's definitely reassurance, and it kills this narrative that I kept saying was kind of false, even though it kind of, like, I understand how like people looked at it, because it kind of looks crazy. With Japan studios closing down, not closing down, but restructuring. Like, I gotta keep saying that, because they didn't close down, they restructured, right? They downsized or whatever. I don't know if they're bigger now or smaller now. I don't know what the situation. But yeah, man, this is good news. Absolutely. It's still showing that Sony still has, definitely want to support Japan, and definitely don't want to, do more for that market, especially when it comes to like the smaller up and coming indie developers. So that's it.
100%. Couldn't agree more. I mean,
yeah, and I thought it was that's why when I saw that thing and I saw it was a small indie Japanese studio, I tagged Kofi. I was like, Kofi, because I know that he was upset a lot with the whole, the Japanese focus of the games and stuff. And the thing is like I know that the Japanese gaming is different than the West, and I know that Sony is becoming more of a global brand with their games and their decisions, trying to not have three separate segments. But like there was some concern that they were just like focusing too much West and not focus on Japan. And when I saw this, I was like, you know what? That's great that they're doing that stuff, and maybe those things come over here, or they find some good games in there. But again, like I said this on my thing too. It's like we're at the beginning of a generation right now, and Sony is in the middle of a change. Like they have been restructuring from like the last generation. So like we don't know the whole story. We just see the moves, and people for some reason went into panic mode over the last couple of weeks, which I could see if there was nothing coming and you didn't know anything. But the fact that we knew what was coming from them, some indies and things like that, like if there was nothing coming from them, I would say that would be a concern. But we know that the stuff was coming. But the restructuring, everybody started panicking. And Sony silence, people started making stuff. And today, they came out and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Anyway, well, I'll get into it. But anyway, I'm glad that they're doing this stuff. We'll see. Like, any more games is good for me.
And like, cause I was like when all this is going down, I was like one of the main ones on Twitter. They're like, well, it doesn't mean Sony's abandoning Japan or anything like that, because look, they're still getting a lot of this Japanese RPG exclusive from like Square Enix and other companies and whatever, right? They're still promoting these games and whatever. So it's just a whole unfortunate thing with Sony Japan that was getting people rightfully worried as well, because even I was like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, it's that whole situation was like Sony is just like sidelining Japan or whatever. I don't really think that's totally the case.
Yeah, that's just right. They're just reconstructing it. No, is that pretty much what they're doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
They're reconstructing the whole thing.
Yeah, they took away the parts that made the golf and made like some of the ports, I think, like West Guardian and stuff like that. But they kept the people that made the Astrobot and turned them into one. And they're actually called, what are they called? Asobi. They're called Asobi.
Yeah.
Asobi.
Everybody's a freaking Asobi.
Oh yeah,
like. I know, right?
and not to be confused with the people that made a Plague's Tale, and that's a Sobo too, isn't it? A Sobo.
All I know, guys, is
Sobo
playing the game.
That's the conjugation of like let's play.
All I know is
Sobo made Plague's Tale and also worked on Flight Simulator. That's another Sobo.
Is it just me, or is playing the game whilst talking really freaking difficult?
No, it sucks. That's what I'm doing. Who made Flight Simulator? Let me see. Flight Simulator.
It's a Sobo.
Yeah.
There's a Sobo.
Like let's play.
A Sobo Studio.
There's a Sobo, a Sobi, and now a Subu.
Holy shit!
If we suck at gaming, guys, it's because we're multitasking. All right. Oh, and
I gotta change the friggin' controller sensitivity on this bullshit. Jesus.
I'm just gambling away into Diamond Casino right now.
Oh, you're on GTA 5. I tell you what, Axel, you're such a kid with that game, bro. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
There you go. I had to make this. What? You using real money at the casinos?
No, poker chips that they give you as a visitor bonus for free when you get in. Yeah.
With a box of Chips Ahoy.
But like,
even
from Asobu and supporting this community hub for various multitudes of devs in Japan, to what's the Firewalk Studio? Like, I've never heard of them, but flipping out, look at
they're brand
pedigree.
new. They never made a game before.
Look at their pedigree, bro.
They're new, man. I can't wait.
Like they've got like that. They're like Jay Draymond's team. They're an elite AAA talent pool.
Yeah.
Of devs.
I mean, we're talking Destiny, Apex, What's the other ones that some of the team members worked on?
Yeah, I've got it here. I've got the list here.
Interesting. It almost sounds like an initiative.
Yeah. Well, not quite that ambitious. I think the initiative is what like a quadruple A studio, never heard of, game-changing stuff. I don't know, but these guys are working on a brand new multiplayer-only IP, I believe, from what I read.
Yeah,
so it's going to be interesting. And the other thing too is Herman Holtz, or however we pronounce his name, I don't know, Herman.
Triple H, I call him.
It's Triple H. There we go. I like that.
I call him Triple H. Head Herman Holtz.
He does have a big port. I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm flying a car. See, this sucks, man. I can't multitask for staff.
I'm running forward and backwards like an absolute muppet.
I know what I was gonna say. See, I just remembered. He was saying that he's already playing the game. They're in the testing phase. So the game is already built, which is kind of amazing. But
so they should show some.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what? I think they're waiting for a big show, dude. They're waiting at summertime around E3 when all the hype is high, and then, like usual, Sony's gonna go last and make everything else not matter in the world.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. You know, I don't know what to expect, but I will say when I looked at what's the studio called, Fireworks or something? Fire something. Well, their Twitter account was created in 2017, I believe.
Yeah, it was something
18. Yeah, so I mean, it's been a few years, right? They just kept it under wraps like crazy. Man, those Sony NDAs do not play around, man. Everybody does such a good job of keeping everything under.
That's why Sony Leak is not a full-time job.
Right.
Sony Leaker.
Sony Insiders,
Yeah. Microsoft Insiders, forget about it. They'll tell you anything in the Xbox Party Chat.
See,
They'll tell you, like, we got 23 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers.
Down.
Like that kind of stuff. That's they'll tell you.
So, I mean, for me, it's like, it's the same thing with the James Rimmons thing. It's like, if I don't see anything, I can't get excited for it because I don't know what type of multiplayer game it is. I don't know what type of game it is, but it does show that, you know, Sony is definitely looking to invest in more, you know, multiplayer games or whatever, which is like another narrative that people would try to use against PlayStation. Oh, they don't got multiplayer or whatever. But as we see, because there was another thing I think Herman Host said, I don't know if that's another topic, but how they wanted like a range of diverse games for the PlayStation lineup, you know what I mean? And Jim Ryan said they're gonna have like the most exclusive they've ever had on any PlayStation. So, so if they're saying that by logic, they have to invest in smaller games and AA games and multiplayer games, right? Because it can't just be AAA single player only games like people are thinking that they're only gonna invest in. If they're saying they're gonna have the most exclusive software, then there has to be a wider range of different titles from the smallest indies to the biggest of AAA. So I think PlayStation 5 is going to be an amazing generation.
Well, this whole focus, like this whole thing where like Sony is afraid that was all from that Schreier article. Like, I didn't see anything from Sony's presentation.
Me too.
That they said that they indicated that they would just like only AAAs and nothing else, and we're gonna get like maybe one game a year. Like they showed Kenna, they showed like Stray, they showed a bunch of indie games, and then even had Oddworld and all that stuff. Had a whole showcase of it. So that's why that whole Schreier article I think was way overblown and really just like stupid waste of time.
Yeah. So that brings me.
Jazz, I was saying the same thing. Hold on. I was saying the same thing, Jazz. It's like everybody's saying this, but every time PlayStation made a showcase within the past year, a lot of people were complaining when they started showing the smaller indie titles.
Yeah.
You know, like the last State of Play, they showed a bunch of indies, and they're like, "Oh, what's this trash? We want AAA." You know what I mean? They have the PlayStation Indies initiative. You know, They gave away a bunch of free indie games on the stay at home.
The Bug Snacks, everybody made fun of the game of the year.
Yeah, so reality didn't really match up to the claims.
Yeah, I said the carpet didn't match the drapes.
Exactly. My bad. Like, you going to ask the question?
No, yeah, I was going to ask the question. With all that being said, first Asobu, and now Firewalk Studio, as well as Jade Raymond's seen all of these announcements. Do you think that Sony has just made all these creators that have been running with this narrative, this Riot-centric kind of doom and gloom, woe is Sony, they've given up on all indie devs and double A's and smaller dev teams? Do you think it's made them all look silly? It seems to me that Sony are curating dev talent in order to, by investing in smaller studios, they're making them greater. They're actually like building up their skill set, their team, their whole pedigree, and they're making these small teams green, just that. Small teams just 5-10 years ago wouldn't have been able to kind of have that level of ambition.
True.
You know, this is the week of basically when they were saying that Sony had to say something over the last couple of weeks. They timed it now with the previews of Eternal. Like, they stuck to their guns and they kind of put it all together, because I think it is definitely interesting that Sony announced these things now and not just show the game first and then set up partnership. Considering that the guy played the game already. But I do think it was part of PR, just like they fixed that whole other topic that we have where they kept the stores open. This week was the week of their response. Like, they responded to all the bullshit and negated everything that everybody was talking about.
Yeah, can I talk about that really quick too?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say that obviously, like, that was a huge pain point for me because of all of the old games that will no longer be accessible anywhere. I do really appreciate that they listened and reacted to that really well. The ideal situation is to somehow make some of these games available elsewhere, which is a different conversation, but to turn around and listen to the community, I definitely appreciated that. There's still games I'm buying over there, especially from the Japan store, that has some like PS2 games that were migrated to PSP and aren't available anywhere else to buy, unless you go like PC in Japan. So yeah, definitely encouraged by that.
Yeah. So like people like Kofi, like, I'm happy for him because I know he actually like cares and will actually go back and buy these games from the store. But the majority of the people who are making a big deal about it, they weren't buying from the PlayStation 3 store. They don't have a PS3 no more. They don't have a Vita. Remember, the Vita was trash. Nobody bought the Vita or what. I don't think the Vita was trash, but I'm just saying that was the narrative. So it was just like, to me, it was just like another jab at Sony. You know what I mean? Of what they don't have or whatever. But I mean, it's good to see that Sony is listening. But my whole thing that I'm worried about is who are they listening to? You know what I mean? Like them listening to people not shutting down the PS3, okay, that's good. But because I remember when the whole thing with like games going to PC, right? And a lot of people made a big deal about that, but the media didn't make a big deal about it. They said it was pro-consumer. They said it was good for Sony. They should do this. It's anti-consumer to keep it exclusive, whatever. So they didn't listen to the fans that were like kind of like worried about games going to PC, possibly like lowering the quality of first-party games or whatever. But as soon as they started talking about shutting down the stores, what happened? All the media got on them. This is bad, Sony, bad. Don't do this. Then all of a sudden, Sony changed it. So to me, I was like, it's good that they're listening, but I'm kind of worried about who they're listening to because I don't want these fake gaming politicians to complain stuff that Sony needs to do that they don't need to do. Like, they need to be like Xbox. They need to have Game Pass or whatever like that. Like, nah, bro. Like, let the games do the talking. Let them invest in all of their first-party games or whatever, or third-party and whatever, and that's all they got to do. You know, just keep it moving.
Yeah, see, what I think they were listening to is they were stopping a narrative. Like, I think that they legitimately had data that not a lot of people are using these stores, and they could close this down without it. That they said that, and I think this was just a huge PR move to stop the sieve from getting out of hand, because I do think that there was some media outlets that were tying this in to like Xbox is game preservation, PlayStation is not, high-priced games, AAA games, and killing off old games. That is like what they're trying to do, cut off the heads, you know, of each thing. Where Microsoft is game preservation, and they're squashing that shit. They're like, no, like we can't have disadvantage go to the competition, like this narrative start. And I do think that does have some impact on it because they're relating it to the competition. Like, I think if people just whined and said, hey, we want the store open, they would have just left it closed. But I do think it was the bigger picture where it was the tying of game preservation versus them closing the store down.
And that's my whole thing is like, if they were going to store down, cool, but at least have some type of like replacement. You know what I mean? At least hey, we're closing these stores down, but all of these games are now on PS Now.
Exactly.
Right? Or now,
yes.
So
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Well, they also. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say really quickly. What if this whole thing was just for them just to get more sales? They're like, you know what? Let's just scare everybody to think that we're gonna close this store. Everybody's gonna freak out and start buying a bunch of old games that nobody wants, and they're sitting there laughing, having a cigar at the beach. And and they just made millions and millions of dollars, and they're like, oh, just kidding. We're gonna keep it open. And now all the CEOs got bonuses.
I mean, that's a good theory, but I honestly think they were looking at analytics and felt like, we should just close this down because nobody.
Totally. I was just being stupid.
No, the thing is that like the 360, like Xbox has game preservation, but their Xbox OG store is not open. Like, it's just backwards compatibility. Like, it's not like these stores are open. Like, Nintendo shuts their shit down all the time. All their stores are shut down. So like. I just do think that I just think that they really were looking at what was building up of this whole like this thing, and it was dead time in news, man, and they were just being kind of like run through the mud for a week or so.
Xbox don't know what a store is.
Yeah, they don't know what a store. They're still gonna fix the Windows 10 store. They said finally, after people have been telling them for 3 years.
That thing is a mess.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a mess. Even the Xbox app, like, it's so confusing. There's the Xbox app that ties into the store, but the store will tell you that you're not a Game Pass subscriber, but the Game Pass app will tell you that you are. And then the EA games, you got to go to the EA store. It links you to those things because you can't get them in the other store. You got to go to EA, so it sends you that link. And now they're going to change it where they could add Win32 apps. They just squashed the whole UWP thing. It's done. Now people can put whatever app they want into the store. That's the plan moving forward. So that's what people are thinking, that they're going to take some PC games from Steam and put them in there. But that's a year from now. So
speaking of closing a store down, we know that Sony closed down their movie store 2 years ago, and check that out for a smooth transition, guys.
Like a month ago. It was like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, I think. Yeah,
I said 2 years. I meant 2 months. But talk about smooth transition. Speaking of closing a store down, I might just say. And on that note, it's been discovered that in Poland, because they have a particularly high player base in Poland of very active social media and gaming-focused content creators, as well as kind of outlets in Poland. It's a very PlayStation 4, PlayStation ecosystem, very strong-centered country in that. I don't know what I'm saying here, I'm rambling, but yeah, this is basically what they were saying, that in Poland, PlayStation's really popular. They're trialing for a year, having their 20 or so movies and shows published by Sony, given to PS Plus subscribers as part of the PS Plus service. And the amount of freaking outrage this has created among...
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Guys...
It's so funny. Now they care about movies. Oh, why do they talk so much smack about the Xbox One? It's not even close to being the same thing. It's
not the same thing. Yeah.
The Xbox was trying to sell it as a cable box replacement for cable TV and sports. They kept saying sports, cable TV. Like, did you guys watch that clip that Porter Rock put out on Twitter today? It was hilarious. He shared a clip of just all the times that they said TV and sports and Call of Duty. That's it. Those are the three things the whole conference that was talking about back in 2013. But not even close to being the same thing. Look, PlayStation is still focusing on games, and they're just throwing this in as a freebie. Like what? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know where the outrage is.
Yeah, I don't get it neither at all, because the main thing I was hearing is like, well, why is Sony y'all spending money and investing and giving y'all movie pass and not using that money to invest back in the services? But it's like, yo, have you been paying attention to PlayStation Plus for like the
Oh
past
my gosh.
year?
Yes.
Like they've been
Right.
fucking, like they've been destroying it. Like there's not even a competition with that service. And then even PS Now for the past, like, I got a list, but for like the past 5 months, PlayStation Now has gotten a lot better with the games that they've been. I mean, just this month they added what, Avengers, Borderlands 3, and last month it was World War Z and Ace Combat. So it's like PlayStation Now has definitely stepped it up a lot. It's really good now, and PlayStation Plus is just like there's no competition. So it's like I don't see what the outrage was if they say like, hey, we're also gonna give you a bunch of movies as well. At no additional. If it's like no additional cost, nobody should complain. If there's no additional cost and you're getting like these movies or whatever, guess what? It's all optional. You don't have to watch it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of echo in the background.
Yeah, and you know what? PlayStation Now really has bumped it up, honestly. When I beta tested PS Now, the quality was shit. And then a couple months ago, my friend's like, yo, check out PlayStation Now again. I'm like, all right. I checked it out, and the quality is so much better than it used to be. So many 100%. Games, dude. It's legit, dude. $60, the library's man, you're good. Yeah, it is. It is pretty good. And you know what? I wanted to throw this. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, but I hated this whole narrative that people were saying that PlayStation was going silent. Well, they're the market leaders, and they don't really have to say anything. Obviously, you know, we get news like this all fucking time. They just drop it like, oh, we got new studios and shit, and you know, that's what's up. You know, it's like what they say. The loudest people in the room are probably the weakest ones, right? Like that one dude. What's his name? Aaron
Greenberg.
Yeah, Aaron Greenberg.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that one tweet he made where, man, dude, that shit was cringe as fuck. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, where it was very professional.
About that article?
Yeah, about that article.
You know, the headline, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was cringy as hell to me. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, you know what? PlayStation is better being off the way they are. You know what I mean? Just being quiet about things and, you know, just pop up and surprise and shit. That's just what they do, man.
It's the samurai way.
Right, and that is exactly what Jim Ryan just said today. I got the quote right here.
Yep, yeah, read it.
This is his quote. He said,
what'd he say?
We have been quietly but steadily investing in high quality games for PlayStation.
Facts.
And we will make sure the PlayStation 5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. We have engaged in mergers and acquisitions several times in the past, such as Insomniac Games. We will not rule that option out in the future. So right here it says we have been quietly, so they're admitting like yeah, we've been quiet, but the shit we're doing in the background, this is why we're not responding, or this is not why we're like going out of our way to like answer a lot of these things, because just wait until we start unleashing the fucking Kraken or whatever. You know what I mean? So
yep.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in sales almost all my life. I'm not in sales right now, but I've been in sales for many years. And the one of the most important things to be a successful salesperson is to shut up and listen. Xbox and Microsoft has been loud because they have to be, because they have to try to grow their business. Sony is already breaking records. Every console is sold out everywhere. Like they're selling software like crazy. They don't have to say anything. They just don't.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. That's where I was trying to come up at.
Well, the thing is, I thought it was really interesting is that if you look back just to, and I said this, I think, on the last show about a year ago, it was the same thing. It was like quiet. Microsoft was flexing with their 12 teraflops. Sony was afraid. Sony was quiet. And even when Microsoft showed their next-gen game showcase, it was depressing. Greenberg, who talks so much shit, had to apologize, was sorry we didn't have good gameplay. And not a lot of people were hyped for next generation, think it was just going to be an up-res. to this generation. That's what this generation was. And then Sony came in with their showcase, showed a new controller with new features, a crazy-looking console, next-gen games such as Demon's Souls and Horizon Zero Dawn, and people like, and actually it happened before that. It happened with the Epic showcase of a next-gen game running on a PlayStation 5 with the engine. Everyone's like, that's not a real game. But it didn't matter. It showed what the next-gen was capable of, which Microsoft's showcase failed to do. Sony had a lot of devs talking for them, coming out and saying this stuff. Know what I do find is funny, and I know we'll get into the Returnal stuff, but you look at Returnal previews, and people in the industry like Patrick Klepek and things like that, all of a sudden are coming out going, I've been playing this game, it's great. And the thing is that they have the games do the talking, and then the people get hyped, and they hype it up. And the thing is they don't have to go there and go, and sit you in a chair, strap you down, and give you the Game Pass cereal and go, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. And it's like, we're telling you, Game Pass is good. Game Pass is great. Game Pass is great. Phil Spencer has to wear his fucking jacket that looks like a whore where it says Xbox Game Pass on, and he's whoring himself out like a fucking billboard. They got to feed that shit to you. If that shit was good, you don't have to shove it down my face.
Meanwhile, Herman Holtz is on the beach having a margarita tweeting,
exactly.
Hey guys, hope everybody's good.
He's like, yeah, we're doing shit.
It's like when you're trying to feed your kids broccoli, man, and they're like, no, and they're trying to spit it out their mouth. You're trying to force it in them.
That's all they fucking do, man. And what's crazy is that Herman Holtz is like, we're doing shit. When the Bethesda deal, and when you see these tweets, oh yeah, we're working with these people making a game. They flew out Phil, they flew out Greenberg, they sat around in a fucking circle jerk and laughed at each other. Todd Howard with his nappy ass hair, like in the air, like his friggin' hair and shit, and he's just like sitting there with his curls. Hey, and it's like, wait, we got game. We're not talking about Bethesda deal. The thing is, it's like some of the bitches, like they flew them all out there to sit around in a circle jerk. Not even to talk about goddamn a new game for Bethesda deal. They did all that show for nothing.
Right.
Dude, for nothing.
Right.
Meanwhile, Triple H is just like, yeah, we're working with people making new games. See you later, bitch. Like, that's it.
Right.
Microsoft had a whole friggin', we're going to interview all the Bethesda people, and we're working on shit. Can't tell you, but they flew me here to sit next to you and tell you that games will be where Game Pass is. Like, what? Like, I just don't understand it. And then tell me about Game Pass. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of Aaron Greenberg, the guy just can't help himself, right? So just literally...
Put on the fucking Ori costume, bitch.
He can't help himself. Just 2 days ago, he retweets out this article, right? And this article it's just a load of bullshit. It's from Tech Radar, and it's a suck fest, right? It's almost like Aaron Greenberg paid them out of his own fat wallet, and then he pretends to not know about the article and just stumbles across it. It's that blatant, right? PS5 isn't good value compared to Xbox Series X, and I'm sick of it. And guess what this article goes on to talk about? Mobile fucking phones. Mobile phones, iOS, Android, and PC. That barriers have been broken down, and that somehow makes the Xbox Series X more valuable. How the fuck does that make sense? Not only that, but going on, he admits Microsoft don't really care if you buy an Xbox Series X. Wow, really selling it to me there, guys. And he finishes off going on about how greatness awaits for the payers. Well, duh.
They're for the gamers, though.
Well, duh.
He says Xbox is about the gamers.
Do you expect not to pay? To not to pay for a quality, like, so anyway, right, this bullshit article aside, Aaron Greenberg tweets out, if you can get past the headline, this story does a good job of capturing our unique approach.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I can't really be mad at Aaron Greenberg. I mean, this is what he's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be even if it's bullshit. He has a product to sell, so of course he's gonna cling on to every little bullshit article that makes Xbox look better and shit like that. Yeah. I know it's bullshit. Trust me, I agree. It's complete bullshit. He knows what he's doing. He's a corporate fanboy who actually works for Microsoft, right? But I can't really be mad. I can't be mad at him for trying to capitalize on shit, even though we know it's complete bullshit.
But
you know what I mean?
how can he have freeness of speech? Because what he should be doing is keeping his head down and brag about the games that Microsoft are bringing
But they
to the
can't,
table.
Willie. They don't have games right now.
Exactly. So I'm saying is brag about the games when they're on the fucking table. Don't brag about what you're bringing to the table when they're not fucking on the table for you to take. You know, and
that's the
use this illustration.
yeah.
You know, a chef can brag about his menu, but it means fuck all until he's actually cooked the menu that he claims that he's bragging about, and he served it, and customers give rave reviews. You know, let alone criticize the competition and the flipping.
Well, did you see what that? So first off, that guy who wrote that article is followed by Aaron Greenberg, right? If you click on him, he's followed by Aaron Greenberg. So I don't know if I put it in our chat or I may put it in. No, what I put it on my show.
Well, he made an article last year before the consoles even came out, talking about the series was more value. He wrote a similar article even before the consoles came out, so we already know he's bullshit. So
yeah, he wrote an article saying Xbox has the advantage and stuff like that. And you want to know what? The thing is like, I understand. But people are talking without the content.
Yeah,
the content is not there for them to just dismiss the competition and say Xbox is doing something. Because if you really want to look at apples to apples, you look at what PlayStation Plus has become. What PlayStation Now is turning into. They just added 1080p streaming, and now they keep adding more concurrent games in the system, and their own games in PlayStation Now, in addition to over 800 games there. It's not all streaming, it's downloading. But people just want to dismiss everything else and just say Game Pass is the de facto thing. And I said to me, for my personal taste, Game Pass being successful is not Xbox winning to me. Because I want Xbox to focus on
there's a cheat sheet
consoles. I want them to focus on making great games for specific hardware. That's how they started. I don't want them to be making casual games so that Jimmy John on the phone could go play his friggin' 720p streaming while he's at the goddamn bank. Like, what kind of game is that? That don't sound like a very in-depth game. That sounds like a pick up and play fucking Candy Crush.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy too. Like with content, like you're pretty much right on that. I mean, who knows? Maybe the new Xbox is gonna be a phone. I mean, honestly, I don't even know.
Yeah, dude, what is it? They got all these strap-ons. I see everybody playing with their phone in front of their big ass screen and their big ass TV. It works, Oh, it's lagging a little bit. I have 1 gigabyte plugged into my fucking asshole, and it's still lagging. But I recommend this while you're taking a shit on the plane. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Guys, like, I got 1 gigabyte up my ass and it's still lagging. Plugged directly into the fucking neural net processor and it's still lagging. But there's potential here.
Yeah,
fuck out of
it's
here.
you know, I just to piggyback on what you're saying, the whole narrative of, you know, we have no games and stuff. It's just, or that they do have games just because they have announcements of games. Is hilarious for one.
Yeah, I know. They got games. They got this. And you know what I say? It's like, what does a Perfect Dark from The Initiative look like? What does a Fable from Playground Games look like? Like, what do these games look like? And what do they look like in the world of Game Pass? Because look at what Halo has turned into in the world of Game Pass. Free-to-play multiplayer and a friggin' bootleg fan-made open-world Halo game that looked like shit that we haven't still seen it been proved yet. Yeah, that's what Game Pass has done to my Halo.
But I will say this too, Jez. You know, I was really worried and was really rooting for Xbox to make awesome AAA games and come out with a bunch of games, because in theory, if you have great competition, then there, you know, like for example, if Xbox had games coming out like crazy right now and they were amazing, then PlayStation would just get even better. The thing is, Xbox hasn't really come out with anything in a while, and PlayStation is still getting better. So I don't even care. Like, I used to care, and I used to like get worried. Like, oh man, I really hope Xbox does something, because at the end of the day, as a PlayStation user like myself, I'm just gonna get even more content, you know, even more experiences. But Sony has proven over time and over again that it doesn't even matter. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing, keep coming out with games, keep coming out with new experiences. We got PSVR 2 on the way. We got new IPs.
Jesus.
You know, the current studios are just growing like crazy. I mean, they haven't slowed down, not even for a second. Which is probably why they recycle through CEOs, which is a really good strategy, right? They just kind of recycle every generation, like 1 or 2 CEOs, so that they kind of have something to do, and they just keep moving it forward, you know? Which is,
and it's new, fresh eyes.
Exactly. And Phil Spencer's staying there until the end of Xbox. He's going to watch that thing die and bury it in the Xbox
I can't wait till his ass leave, bro.
I can't, you know. They need a clean house, seriously. They need new ideas. They need new people in there. They got to get the hell out of there, because I don't understand how their strategy works. If you listen, and again, I don't like to, because Game Pass is good as an alternative service, just like PlayStation Now. But I get triggered when people say, this is the future, subscribe and rent this is what, because remember what you're asking for. Remember when map packs were free now? Oh, you don't have to pay for map packs. What are the quality of map packs been since they've been free in games?
Like shit. Yeah.
They've been shit, right? Remember, they used to be amazing, these amazing events when a map pack released, because you were paying for this shit. Now they're free. Now they get you paying for battle passes, and the map packs you get maybe 2 a year. And they're fucking remakes of old ass maps. That's what free map pack goes. But people go, oh, free map packs, woo. Well, look what we got. Everybody wanted mobile stores, dollar bill gaming, 1.99 gaming in app stores. They couldn't go any lower. They went free to play and microtransactions out the ass. What is a future of games built for that kind of model look like to us?
Well,
and
actually,
one last thing I want to say is about this is that also when you hear people playing Game Pass, like, oh, I tried it out, it was all right, cool, like. How is that seen as success where you got 200 games and people are just like fucking polka dotting games, like here and there? Like, how's that sound like ADD gaming or something like that? Like, how's that successful? Yeah. Like, how's that successful? I tried it, yeah. Like, you're just hoping that person that says they're trying it is like, oh, I'm paying this and here's $100 of microtransactions. You're waiting for that one person to do that shit?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Kind of reminds me of like when people were hyping up Game Pass, and then what was that DLC that came out for Gears 5, and not a lot of people completed the game and shit.
High Busters, yeah.
Yeah, High Busters. You're like, come on, bro, support that shit, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
They should have called it High Boosters, huh?
High Busters. And look at even Lost Legacy and Frozen Wild. Like, those were DLCs to those games, and like, those are incredible. Like, $10 DLC. High Busters $20, and including Ultimate.
And to piggyback on what you just said too about the whole map packs and stuff and how gaming quality is going down with this free to play, is happening with Warzone right now. Call of Duty made a huge deal on this new map that they just dropped today, right? They're like, oh, we know there's going to be a big event and there's going to be a new map. It's the same map. They just brought the clock back and they went back in time, changed it to 1984. And they just like changed like 2 areas of the existing map, and everybody is so like I was watching a couple streams earlier, and as soon as as soon as the game was over, like the whole battle thing was over, people were just dropping the letter F on the chat, like there's no tomorrow. Fail. This sucks. Wow. This is not a new map. What the heck? Yeah, man. So I mean, you're absolutely right with that.
Fortnite
man.
did a better job.
Free to play.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh yeah,
Fortnite's the same map. There's tweet
dude.
things,
They got
man.
Crazy events though. You
they do have an incredible event. Yeah. Fortnite events are pretty. Fortnite's pretty lit, but again, it is the same map. Like, they change it around a little bit and tweak stuff.
Who would have thought we'd live in an era where Call of Duty gets punked by Fortnite?
But no one else is interesting. It's like, I'm not even talking about Warzone. I'm talking about just the multiplayer in Call of Duty. Like, what kind of maps? We got a couple of maps, the mall and stuff. Like, but it used to be so much of a big event. Yep. And one of the other examples is Gears 5. Gears 4, the maps were free for other people. If one person owned it, you could play it from that person. and they released about, I think, 16 maps or something over the course of the year. Gears 5, they released probably about 4 maps in the year, and because all the maps were free, and they were trying to get you on the escape mode people and the microtransactions for the character skins. Oof. That was their monetization, and they didn't give you as many maps as you got with Gears 4. And skins as Gears 4. And that's where I find the model of Game Pass is going to adjust the type of games that Microsoft makes. That's why when they announced this, I immediately came to concern with, like, well, what do first-party games look like now with Game Pass, everything going into Game Pass day one? What does it look like? Is Fable episodic? Forza, where's Forza? You know what happened in Forza? That is going to be an epic service game with tracks and cars added every month.
Right.
That's why the Forza hasn't come out yet, because they're turning that into the ultimate service game.
People make the argument that, you know, no game on PlayStation will be as big as Halo will be. You mean drawn out?
Halo's free to play. Dude, Halo's free to play multiplayer, man. What does that look like?
Big as what Halo used to be.
Exactly.
What does a Halo free to play look like, dude? What the hell does that look like?
These guys have got to ask themselves, will Halo be as big as Warzone or as big as Destiny? And that's the competition for them.
Or even Apex or Fortnite. Apex or Fortnite.
Will the campaign have the level of polish and execution of, a first-party Sony title? You know, it's like the game doesn't have to be as drawn out in order to be more. And look at Returnal. I mean, that's coming out in 6 days. In 6 days, we're getting a game that people are putting on par with Hades, and it's like, you know, I just don't understand this narrative that, I don't know, it baffles me. We're learning that, you know, Sony could be interested in buying more studios. So on top of investing in indie devs and investing in smaller dev teams and nurturing them, making them grow, Sony have come out and stated, Jim Ryan stated, that we have repeatedly engaged in mergers and acquisitions, including Insomniac Games in the US. We will not rule out that option in the future. So, I mean, the writing's on the wall here, guys. Everybody's saying Sony's lagging behind. They've not got an idea. I'm pretty sure Sony is savvy enough to know exactly what they're doing, exactly what the competition is trying to achieve and accomplish. And they have, you know, they've got plans up their sleeve. I think the issue is here, Sony have a lot of things up their sleeve, and they keep the cards close to the chest. And because you've got your Aaron Greenbergs and the people who just don't shut up on Microsoft's side, you don't have those people on Sony's side. You get Herman Hulst. He comes out with one quote. We believe in making a great team. You can make a great game, and everybody's like, "I love you, Herman. You're amazing." Because when Herman speaks, it's very rare, and it's like Jesus has spoken. And it's the same with it's the same with Jim Ryan. He's a man of few words.
Gordon Ramsay, baby.
The fanboys
Where's
hate
the
it.
lamb sauce?
Exactly. The fanboys hate it. But whenever he does come out with something, it's literally it's a Gordon Ramsay. It's you. Come here. Fuck off. And that's what it is.
You fucking guys and Gordon Ramsay. I swear to God.
And look at Cerny. I mean, Mark Cerny basically hibernates for 15 years and then comes out and he's like, so today I'm here to announce a brand new PlayStation console.
No lie. He does this weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will now be able to breathe in space.
Hi everybody, I'm Mark Cerny. They kept me in lockdown for about 5 years, and now I'm out to show you the power of a PlayStation 6.
Hey, come on, y'all, man. I love Mark Cerny. That dude is chill as fuck.
Yeah, Mark Cerny's
I know for sure.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's a legend. That's funny, guys.
But the thing is like what's interesting, you said about Returnal, and so far from the previews, like I only watched a second of it because I don't want to get spoiled of this stuff. But like
I watched a couple of previews.
and showing the controller and saying like this is a true like this is like a next gen game, like a PlayStation 5 game with the controller, with the sound and the game like this. And I think that's where a lot of people are gonna start saying like, you know, for the last couple of months we've been like, this game's getting an update. This is backwards compatible, hybrid update. This one's jacked up a little bit resolution. Here's another patch. Here's this. And we've been playing old-ass games just, updated. And now, finally, a game's coming out. Because we saw this at launch with PlayStation 5. But then, you know, it's been dry since then of next-gen only games. And now Returnal's hitting, and it's gonna like it's just a breath of fresh air. Like it's like a palate cleanse of like I've been playing the Avengers with its updated resolution, and the Hitman is just a last gen game, just updated, and now you're getting a next gen game.
Yeah, can I say something about Returnal?
I was gotta go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, with Returnal, I'm kind of happy. It's only a PlayStation 5 game. I think it's gonna show the benchmark, just like Ratchet and Clank are gonna come out. Yep. You know, being a PS5 game only, so I'm pretty excited for that. So, like, we actually get a taste of what PlayStation 5 could do. But, you know, let's remember, Insomniac did say that they're barely scratching the surface. You know what I mean? So, if we got Returnal and Ratchet and Clank, man, dude, I can't wait for the future, honestly. This is going to be dope as shit.
100%.
Go ahead, Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I was gonna say, so like ever since I seen Return, I was always interested, and I was always like, oh, this game looks cool. It gives me like a Metroid vibe, Vanquish vibe, or whatever. And then, you know, for over the past months, Housemarque has done their own podcast where they go more in depth about. They got like 5 or 6 episodes, right, where they go more in depth about the game. So I've been paying attention to the game a lot, and I said, yep, they got my money. I'm very interested. A couple weeks ago, I put out a tweet. I was like, I'm getting Returnal day one because Housemarque has shown me enough to maybe be like, yeah, I really want to play this game day one. And I'm not waiting for any reviews or any Metacritic or anything like that for anybody to tell me that the game is good or not. I'm playing the game regardless of the reviews or whatever, right? While everybody else is like waiting for the reviews to see if they're going to get the game, right? And so now, since the previews are up and the previews have been overwhelmingly positive, like a lot of people, like Kind of Funny, IGN, Skilla,
everybody,
Kotaku, everybody's really praising the game, saying they're surprised at the game or whatever. Now people are starting to change their tune. They're like, oh, maybe I will get the game and shit like that. But it's like, bro, it's like, we've been telling you, like, I've been telling people, Jay Barry, some people in here. I think Woolie's been saying that he was getting the game day one, so it's like we were already excited for the game, but it's funny how people wait to the press to say, oh, it's good, and then I just can't stand these people who like they don't have their own mind, and it's like, yo, if you're looking at the game and you like what you see, go buy the game, go support the game or whatever. Don't wait for anybody else to tell you. But I'm glad that Returnal is getting a lot of positive press right now, and I expect it to be a surprise hit.
Well, what I like,
surprise hit of 2021.
My man, dude.
Well, what I liked is that they showed a lot of it, and it didn't look repetitive.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I was worried that this game was going to come out and be kind of like a core, like a you know, when you hear random dungeons or like random stuff, you don't think of variability. You just think of like just randomness that may not fit. But it looks like it's working. You know, the way they have this.
You know why, Jed? Because
stuff.
Sony's putting money into this game.
Oh
right?
yeah,
it's
I knew the gameplay was gonna be hot.
It's built from the ground up for the PS5. So with the randomly generated stuff mixed with the SSD and stuff like that, you're bound to get something special out of that. And it looks like Housemarque is definitely, you know, found something with this game that I'm excited for. So
that's what I wanted to see, because I kept seeing her waking up and doing the shooting, and I'm like, I want to know like what the layout's going to be, and that's why I think I wanted to see more of it, like not cut, but more like consistent, and that's where we got to see. Like I wanted to see it like straight through, rather than these action cuts to know what the kind of layout is. And I think that it's great that they showed that much, and not like, oh, we're hiding this, like, you know what I mean? Because I think they needed a demo. I think a demo will really knock it out of the park, but you know, I think they're not going to do a demo.
I think the haptic feedback alone. I think the way that they've implemented the DualSense, similar to Astrobot, is enough to sell
I'm excited
people.
for that, man.
That's enough to sell people with that game. I think they've really really
Yeah,
gone
the DualSense is
to great lengths.
the DualSense is has been praised a lot. You can feel all the raindrops and everything like that. So
All those different guns and all those different things. Like, it's
Fucking
definitely
awesome,
going to be
though.
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
I knew
meant-
the combat and the transversal was going to be top notch because that's what Housemarque does. Their combat and shooting is the gameplay is there. I wanted to see it was the other stuff, like the stuff that they haven't done before, like this world and all this other, and storytelling, and it definitely looks awesome. Like it's definitely looking really awesome because I wanted to wait to see more.
You know,
And it's
what's
like
crazy
a,
about oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's like it's like a Metrovania to where it's like you will get new items, like for example, like the grappling hook, and then when you go back to like some of the earlier biomes or whatever, it would unlock like new locations, right, that you can traverse and whatever. So it's gonna be like a Metrovania, but at the same time, it's like when you go back, the layout and everything is not the same. So it's
cool.
pretty interesting. Yeah.
You know what's crazy about Housemarque is that I loved Resogun, right? Man,
Yeah.
badass game when I first got it, and then all of a sudden you see them making Returnal, and you're like, holy shit, they're making this game? You're like, what the fuck, man?
And I want to piggyback on that really quick. The last two games they released, which I did not spend enough time with, also had really good reviews. Which was what is it called?
Alienation.
That's amazing.
Alienation, but what's the 2017 game?
Or something. There
Next
was a
Machina.
Yeah,
Next Machina.
Yeah, Next
I had
Machina.
that. Yeah.
That game looks incredible, and I was looking to see if there was ever a deal that they had for the game to add it to PlayStation Plus, and I'm surprised. I don't think there ever was. It kind of like went under the radar.
Resogun was.
But man, yeah, Resogun was, and I love Resogun, and Dead Nation is like an all-time classic for me. I mean, I played that. I played it on PS3.
And Super Stardust
man.
HD was a good one too.
Right.
That was a
that
launch
was a good
title,
one,
like
too.
one of the launch games, right, for the PlayStation 4.
Resogun
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
launch
Resogun.
title for the
Resogun.
PS4.
And Helldivers.
Yeah.
Didn't they make Helldivers?
Super Stardust was like PS3, but it was also
Yeah, it
Vita,
was like
I think,
PS3.
so-
I had it on the Vita. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that on the Vita. That was like one of the first games I had on the Vita. That was
Bro, I
awesome.
played
Heck
them
yeah.
Resogun 3 times, honestly, on the Vita, PS3, and PS4.
Oh shoot.
Dude, it was fun as
Yeah,
hell. I
man. So
love
those
that
other
game.
two games, and so I looked up the Next Machina's Metacritic. The thing is 88. Now it doesn't have a lot of reviews, so I thought that was kind of surprising. But they've always had a precedent for this type of game, so I can see why PlayStation immediately said this is your time. So really excited for them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Next Machina. That was in my discovery of the PlayStation 4 world because like I just got a PlayStation 4 in 2016, and I was like buying up all these games that I've never seen the light of day on Xbox, and I'm like, what is all this? And I started buying everything.
So here we have a thing, right? Was like an indie studio who has a great tracker for the indie games that they have produced in the past, the twin stick shooters and these crazy, little side-scrolling shooters or whatever. A lot of people seem to love those games. I haven't played. The only like Housemarque game that I actually played was like Alienation, which is like a top-down twin stick shooter, and I thought that game was pretty good and pretty fun. So, but it goes to show you, it's like, yo, they put in work as far as indie developers. They had good games that were reviewed, so Sony saw them and was like, hey, how about we give these guys a budget now, and take a chance with these guys. And it's looking like it's about to pay off because not only are the previews are pretty solid right now. The game is sold out on Amazon UK.
Yeah,
it's number
saw
one, and it's sold out in Japan.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
I was going to import it, and I'm not going to import it. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I'm trying to find the game in Japanese, but we'll see where I get it from.
You want to find that
Yeah.
in Japanese? Why?
Yeah, so I have a weird obsession. So when people come to me and they say, how often do you study Japanese? To me, it's a lifestyle. I know that sounds crazy, but any game I can get in Japanese text helps with me always looking at it. Like this game right now, Army 4, Zombie Army 4 has Japanese text. I'm very appreciative. It's something I can't often talk about, but they are doing a better job of having every game install, list the languages that are available, and having more American version of games having all the languages, which is something PlayStation's had an issue
Can you
with.
even on the PlayStation 5 you
why,
could download certain languages too?
No, because like the whole region free products, right?
Yes.
So it's like a lot of these products are region free, so they're gonna have to have all the different languages. for the different regions.
Because I noticed that if you go to manage content on some of the games, like they have different language packs that you could download. Like sometimes if you go to some
that's
games.
definitely true. Like for what's it called, Horizon Zero Dawn has that.
Yes,
and it's happening a lot more often. I'm just really happy about that because the prices in Japan when I import are not friendly usually.
Yeah, just for the language too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I love this panel. You know why? Because you guys talk about games and shit, man. And dude, I have such a passion for games, just like you guys do. And you know what? I love this panel so much where everybody here, if you guys want, in probably a month from now, I'm gonna have Jeff Ross on a show on my channel. If you guys want, you guys could, I'll join. I told Kofi knows about it. So if you guys want to join, we could talk to Jeff Ross. That'd be fucking dope as hell if you guys did.
Yo, that'd be awesome. You know what's funny is I'm going. Oh, what that Days Gone talk, man? I went back to finish it. I was like, I gotta finish this game because I never finished it.
Jeff Ross.
Yeah, I follow Jeff Ross and he follows me. So like, we'll have him on the show, man. That'd be awesome.
That's awesome.
I guarantee it. Next thing you know, Remnant of Despair or Gaming Despair, it'll end up having Herman Hulst on the show.
Yeah, that'd be
time to play the game. That's easy. Come on, Triple H. Time to play the game.
Yeah, right.
You always sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you guys off and shit. We got another topic, or
no, you're good,
man.
Well, there is a bit of a bizarre topic. Microsoft are developing an AI advanced text to voice system that's kind of being evolved to basically, dynamically learn to speak your character's name in a game, in any game.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So,
yeah.
Wait, can somebody explain that to me? What is that exactly?
So pretty much, if your character name is Butt Cheeks 420, the AIs will be able to say. We'll be able to say the name. We'll be able, like a Microsoft Sam type of shit where the AI can read off the whatever name or text or whatever.
Right.
Or I guess sort of like the games to be more immersive, right? So if you make a character, a custom character name, Gaming Despair or whatever, then I guess the AIs in the actual game world will actually say Gaming Despair or some shit like that.
There's only one way.
Oh my god.
There's literally only one way.
I think that's what it is, right, Willie?
Yeah,
something like that.
Pretty much. I can only imagine one thing. This will go south very quickly. You know why? Because this AI will be so freaking advanced. It'll realize that it's exclusive to the Xbox platform and flip the freaking lid. I guarantee it. Right? I made a little sample. Here it is. Let me know if you can hear this. Ready?
This man said Butt Cheeks 420.
Sorry.
Put that closer to the mic. Let's see it again. It was too far away.
Yeah, right. Hold on.
Buy a PS5, you bargain bucket loser. Fuck this shit. La 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 la.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Buy a PS5.
Wait, you need AI for that?
Buy a PS5. You bargain bucket loser. Fuck this shit. Lol.
It's not
confused. Like, how does that work? Is it like, because the thing is that you can do like voice chat, where you're texting and stuff like that on Apex Legends. You could already do that right now. So like, is it like a new feature? Or what the hell is it?
Yeah, it's basically a more advanced feature to make it sound a lot more realistic and natural, and that it synthesizes the voice of AI characters already established, and so it'll get their voice, match it, and then speak your name. And using machine learning, it'll
my name.
It'll probably, I can only imagine, it'll kind of merge with the animation and gauge when to say your character's name, regardless of what you've worded it as.
The only thing that I can think of.
I mean, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is it's probably only going to be really useful in multiplayer games, because if you're playing a single player narrative driven game, like for example, let's say you're playing the next God of War and it's got the AI thing. It's not like Atreus is going to go, Axel, come on. It's just going to be retarded because it's Kratos.
It's going to be immersion. It's going to be immersion breaking. Yeah, immersion breaking.
So like I mean I see games like Demon Souls, for example, that like that'd be cool, or just like anything that's multiplayer only. I can kind of see that being like a pretty decent thing. But honestly, like, everybody's phones had this for 15 years. I just
we know it's not going to be Cortana because they killed her, so it's not going to be her calling your name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is
going to be Phil Spencer.
Yo, this is
part
of, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, the thing is like this is where I'm like, there's too much Microsoft into Xbox. Like, this stuff is this is tools. This is all. So you gotta understand, Microsoft is building themselves to be a toolkit. This is part of GameStack. I think this is like their shit that they're trying to sell, like a package of tools to make developers make games and using Microsoft's backbone. And that's what they've been trying to do with all this shit, cloud, AI, all this stuff is part of this. Basically, they're trying to catch up with Google and Amazon with Alexa and this, and they're just trying to build this into games. And this AI stuff, like they tried with Cortana, they killed her. She's done. The only time you hear her now is when you boot up a new computer and she says, "Let's start," and you just want to hit mute. Say, "Shut up. We don't need you. You don't need to read the screen for me."
Exactly.
You turn her off.
Not 100.
Yeah, shut up. You know, Cortana. And then they're removing her off of Windows 10 too because nobody wants her. She's not an assistant. Like, she's useless. And they're getting rid of that AI. And that was supposed to be, you were supposed to use it on Xbox. You could say, "Hey, is my friend online?" and stuff like that. They killed it.
Windows Phone too. That was supposed to be the big thing on Windows
Yes.
Phone.
So like, they've been trying this shit for a while.
Speaking of AI, it's cool and all, but like, who the hell is not using a headset or a microphone like nowadays? Like, why would you need that in the beginning?
It's a way for them to collect more. I don't know what the hell it is. I just think it's a way for them to sell you shit. Instead of saying like, "Hey, buy Game Pass," and they'll be like, "Jez, buy Game Pass. Jez, buy Game Pass." Jez, like now with AI, they'll just read my name.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Phil Spencer saying your name, Jez.
Yeah.
Buy Game Pass.
I want Phil to make it in Phil Spencer's voice.
You know,
that's what I'm saying.
This just got me thinking, guys. This has got me thinking, right? Do you guys think that with the long game that Microsoft is playing, they're investing in all this wacky shit that in 50 years' time could really pay off? You know, and I say that slightly jestfully, but when you really break it down,
can you repeat that again?
Machine learning.
We say no.
Machine learning has so much potential. David Jaffe, shout out to him. I fucking sound like salty now. But honestly,
you haven't brought up steaks yet, so you're good.
Yeah, right. I need to give a steak illustration, right? I took David Jaffe out for steak, right? And no, but shout out to him. He brought out a point that, you know, he mistakenly didn't realise that the game. He realised moments after, but for a split second his mind was tricked when he was playing The Last of Us, and he thought that the game dynamically adjusted to a decision he made off the cuff, and then curated a story and curated the AI character's reaction to his action in a realistic, believable way, but within the confines of the story that the developers have set, the parameters that the developers have set. And what I mean by that is, imagine video games evolving to the point where you are opening a gate for someone, and as your teammates are walking through, you suddenly close the gate on one of your AI companions at your leisure, and then you're stuck with that AI companion, and that AI companion reacts realistically to the fact that you just shut the gate on them. They can't get past, they're no longer with the other team, they're stuck with you, and the whole game changes, and yet you still end up completing the mission, you still end up to reaching the destination that the story requires you to be, but it dynamically fills in the filler leading up to that point in a way that immerses you in your own curated experience. And machine learning potentially will be able to do that. You will be able to eventually say, "Listen, machine, I want you to react and respond to me, entertain me, do all of this, but within the confines of the parameters that I've set for this eventuality to happen, or for this story to play out and this plot to play out with these set characters." And that's a crazy thought.
Yeah, that's something that even when I was a child, man, even when I was a child and going into a new generation, going into the from PS1, PS2 to PS3. One of the things that like everybody will always talk about, like, oh, dude, look at the graphics, improving and whatever. And I knew the graphics were going to improve even when I was a child. But one thing that I've always said, even back then, I was like, okay, what about the AI? What about like what to advance the AIs and stuff like that? Because to me, it's like the AIs and most video games are just kind of stagnant or whatever. So I'm hoping like we're hearing a whole bunch of things and patents about Sony invested in some type of AI technology. Now Microsoft is investing in AI technology. So yeah, I just want the
100%.
AIs to be better.
Yeah, I 100% agree. You remember Uncharted 1 when your clothes got wet at different points of your character's body to where you were in the water? Like you went up to your knees and your knees were wet, but no further up. That was revolutionary. At the time, I remember seeing that and I was like, holy shit, this is incredible. I've never thought I would ever see this in a video game. I've not had an experience like that since. And it's because it's all just been graphics. And, you know, granted there are some that push the medium, like God of War with the one-shot camera, and, you know, there are certain evolutions, but overall the fundamentals haven't changed. In fact, in some ways they've regressed. And so I've not had that buzz that I used to have as a kid where I would go, what if I do this? What if I do this? You know, and that's what made Half-Life 2 so revolutionary, was the physics, the experimentation. We've reached the stagnant point in gaming for the last 15 years where nothing's evolved and nothing's changed. So
But I think that's going to change now with like the PS5 with like the SSD and the IO,
100%.
All that stuff.
Is why
like
I'm
that's
so
what Mark
excited.
That's what Mark Cerny was talking about. You know, like they've been stuck in a specific game design for the past 20 years. You know, because of like the hard drives and the memory and stuff like that. So yeah, and we're gonna see a showcase of that with Returnal, and we're gonna see another showcase with Ratchet and Clank. You know, of these advancements.
And looking at Microsoft investing in all that shit, I reached out to a software engineer a few days ago and asked him what's his thoughts on Sony's response to, for example, the Unreal 5 engine. They're working closely with Epic Games. Does this mean that Sony are going to ditch their proprietary engines, most first parties, and they're all gonna throw all their hands into Unreal Engine 5 because it's so freaking advanced? It's untrue. And you know what his response was? He's heard from a source that the devs are working on their own proprietary solutions. And I was like, my mind was blown. These are talented freaking devs. How the hell can a dev see Unreal Engine 5 at work, nanite with Lumen, and go, yeah, we're gonna do our own? And Sony's first party are apparently doing that. So, mate, I'm stoked. I'm so excited about the future of what.
Yeah, I mean, look at Spider-Man with that whole muscle.
That's crazy.
Muscle deformation. Yeah.
I mean, they're not even. I mean, they're beyond gaming. They're looking at Hollywood and like what the big special effects teams are doing and implementing that in games. So
and it's not even. Also, another thing is like we've seen like some of the smartest AIs in some of the older games that even modern games haven't caught up to. Like, I don't know if y'all play like Fear 2, like Fear. Y'all remember Fear?
Oh, I love Fear.
The AI in that game was fucking crazy, man. It's crazy smart. Like the way they react to you, how they come after you, how they're flanking and stuff like that. Like even to this day, there's barely any games that I have even caught up to that. So
it's uncanny valley, isn't it?
Well,
GTA.
What about the Nemesis system? That was awesome. I thought that was great.
What were you gonna say, Despair?
You know, and that's the thing too, man. Like, when it comes to PlayStation 5, I look at it as more revolutionary than anything. And I think people are kind of looking at the PS5 as more like, oh, it just got a custom SSD. But it's going to be more than that. Just wait till Returnal and Ratchet & Clank come out. And man, we're going to see a bright future when it comes to gaming.
Yeah. And these are just these are the year one titles. Like,
exactly.
We already know, like, it takes years for developers to, like max out and, like, really full utilize, like, next generation. So we're already going to get extremely very impressive next-gen only games just early on with Ratchet and Returnal. So imagine in year 3, year 4, year 5, like what Naughty Dog does and Santa Monica does, Guerrilla does. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I gotta give a quick shout out. Gran Turismo, I am so excited for it. So I haven't really talked about it much, but I basically do dailies every day in Gran Turismo. At least, I don't know, it would be like maybe 25 laps of 2 circuits every day. Because when we do get Gran Turismo 7, I want to have an open forum. So, you know, people who like to race, what's it called, Jay? I know he likes to race. He's got a steering wheel and everything. We're going to definitely do open racing. Oh, okay, you too, Jay?
I got my play seat.
Yeah, J-Dubs, I don't know if he listens to this or not, but, oh, man, like, I'm so ready, but I want to be practiced. So it's going to be a year out, but...
Hey, Kobe, I got GT Sport, man, so if you want that smoke,
let me know,
man. Let me know.
Oh, yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, we gotta do that shit. Hey, man, the only thing I'm afraid of is that I might pass you so fast and your car's gonna blow up and shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Use this drift.
Oh, it's on now.
Slip space. Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, but no one is interesting. You say about the AI, and it's like, I'm a big nut about physics. Like, I want everything to have real physics. Like, I hate when I move into like a table and the table doesn't move because it's not meant. Like, it should move. Everything should move. Like, I remember when I played Oblivion, and it was like the craziest thing where I could just move all the shit on the table and just knock everybody's stuff all over the place. Like, and that's why Half-Life 2 was another thing which just been played with physics. Like, I'm big into physics, and I love when things work the way they should in a game. Like, it is, yeah.
This
like,
is
if you
why
have a table with a bunch of shit on it, and you walk over to it, the table should move, and all the stuff should fall off.
This is why Breath of the Wild was so fucking amazing, because the interaction with the physics and the amount of creative freedom that you can do with the world, like chopping down the trees, then freezing it, then going on there to swing you across the map or whatever. It's like, that's a Switch game with limited hardware.
That's crazy.
Like, you know, it's like, like, developers need to catch up, man. Like,
yeah, Control had incredible physics. Control was crazy. Yeah, we could shoot each of the things off the shelves and, like, to watch the books fall and stuff.
Yeah, no, the thing is, guys, the thing is with me, right, is it's a bit weird because I was young when I saw it, and yeah, I'm surprised that even at that age I felt this way. But, like, when I saw Red Faction Guerrilla for the first time...
Oh,
right, yeah, as amazing as it was, I felt a bit meh about it, because the rocks didn't kill you when the buildings that you destroy fall on you. And I felt like, well, the destruction is accurate, but the actual properties of the material isn't. And then it's the same issue with Crackdown 3. When I saw Crackdown 3's tech demo, the destruction seemed incredibly well simulated, but they were jumping through falling buildings, and they might as well have been jumping through paper mache. It made zero difference to the gameplay. Zero difference.
Well, I think Red Faction Guerrilla had better destruction than Crackdown.
Yeah, 100%, you no doubt about it.
Crackdown
but at the
3,
same time, apart from
Crackdown 1, I think had better destruction than Crackdown 3.
Yeah,
even Black, even a PS2 game called Black.
Yes,
had a lot of destruction.
Oh, yeah,
that was made by Criterion. They made Burnout.
Yes, it was. Yo, shout out to Criterion. It's one of my favorite devs, man. I was so mad when EA killed them.
Yeah, they killed them. They're still making that game.
Yeah,
true. I saw that they got that new Driving Dangerous or something that they came out with.
Dude, I remember at one of those E3 showcases, they showed some trailer, they showed some concept art, and they never found out what happened to that game from Criterion.
Yeah.
The hell knows. But you know what interesting? Just to bring back to the AI stuff, like, remember when Titanfall came out and Microsoft was using the cloud and using the AI to make those AI soldiers on the field. Remember, that was a big deal. Like the power of Xbox Live to power the AI guys that landed in Titanfall. If you remember that.
Yeah.
That was the whole, they were hyping that up, and you know, like when they would do those drops and those guys would drop in Titanfall, like they were controlled by the cloud. Now they weren't smart. They were just like fodder to, like, you know, to increase your you know, your rank or whatever the hell that was, or your points and shit. But they were controlled by the cloud. That was a big deal back.
I
Like when
didn't
the
realize
one launched.
that. I didn't know they were controlled by the cloud. That's nuts.
Oh, I know, because I had an Xbox One, and Greenberg and everybody hyped me up and told me all
they were talking about the cloud. I remember that.
I wanted to touch on this buzzword, right? Because this whole controlled by the cloud, it sounds impressive, but in actuality, it was no difference to them being AI NPCs. And so,
well, no, supposedly their programming was being calculated off the box. That's what it was. Like the X's and O's, not the X's and O's, the ones and O's from those guys were being calculated off the box. I don't know why. Because they got rid of it, which was funny, because when that came out, everybody's like, Titanfall could only be done on an Xbox because it's using the cloud.
Because that's what I was gonna bring up. It's like all this talk about, like, yo, the Xbox has these crazy ass features that's just gonna put it so far ahead of the PlayStation and whatever. Yep. The cloud was one of them. They were talking about it's gonna have the power of a Titan, 12 Titans, and and whatnot, and and even Sony. I remember, like, because Microsoft was coming out and saying, like, yo, this is gonna boost the power, this is gonna do a whole bunch of crazy shit to the system. Sony came out and said, the whole thing with the cloud that y'all hearing, that shit is not true. And I remember the fanboys were like, oh, Sony's hating, they don't know what they're talking about, whatever. And guess what? The entire generation, we didn't see, like, that shit they were hyping up with that cloud. We didn't see that happen at all. So
no, not even with Crackdown.
It's the same
like,
shit. So
has anybody
Sony saying the same shit? Yeah.
Have they repeated that technology with Crackdown on anything? They didn't. You know. Well, the only thing what they've done with the cloud now is just made you stream your games, and that's basically the cloud. Like, they haven't really used it in games. I think the only two games that kind of utilize it really is Crackdown and Sea of Thieves. I think some of the calculations of the water or something like that is in the cloud. That's about it.
Talking about destruction, man. What about Battlefield 6, bro?
Oh,
definitely have it on my radar.
It's gonna be cross.
Well, I need to see that shit first. I'm already turning down Call of Duty.
No, I'm talking about the next generation Battlefield. They announced that they're gonna officially announce it really soon on their official Twitter account.
Yeah.
They just tweeted about it today. But I was reading the article, and they're saying that it's like their biggest development team that's ever worked on the game. Is going to be the biggest game ever. Destruction is just going to be completely next level. And rumor has it, like, the wording on the article is a little funny. They don't really confirm that it's next gen only, but it does say for next gen consoles, PC, and then like a new mobile game as well, like a completely separate entity made by a different developer. But dude, I am really, really curious to see what the destruction is going to be like in that, especially if it's next gen only.
It'll probably be cross-gen too, man, honestly, because, you know, with the whole pandemic thing, like, obviously, you know, consoles not being pushed back. I mean, people don't have new gen consoles and shit, so it's probably going to be current gen and, I mean, last gen. That's probably what it's going to be.
No, it's definitely, I'm calling it right now, it's 100% going to be cross-gen. Absolutely. This Battlefield, absolutely.
They got to fix the rank up. They got to fix the rank.
But that doesn't mean that, you know, that the next generation isn't going to have their own benefits. Obviously,
yeah, definitely.
The PS5 version, the Xbox Series X version, the destructibility is going to be better. The physics is going to be better.
Honest, guys,
I'm not. Go ahead.
To be completely honest, if Battlefield 4 was just given a 4K boost at 60 frames a second, I that to me would be absolute heaven. Like, I would not need or desire a Battlefield 6.
Well, they did get boost today. They got boost in frame rate.
They got a boost in frame rate to 120
with Xbox Booster.
And I'll tell you what,
by the way, guys, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now.
Literally.
I've never played a Battlefield game, so I'm just gonna let you guys know that right from the start.
Ever?
Oh man.
Bro,
why?
Battlefield 2.
Because I'm not a casual.
He said why?
Because you're not a casual.
You never like you just like you sound like you just admitted that you do drugs. But
No,
why?
You never
Who said that shit?
ever?
Who said that shit right now?
I said it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something now. Battlefield 2 on PC is one of the greatest games ever made. Battlefield 2 on PC and Battlefield Vietnam 1942.
Oh,
one of the best. They are the best PC games I've ever played. I would be so addicted to Battlefield 2 when I was like 11, 10 years old.
Oh, Battlefield 2 is the shit.
I would beg my mum to let me have the was it a subscription to Battlefield 2, or was it like
Battlefield 2 wasn't? No.
There was something where I'd pay, where I'd need to pay to play it. But
Wooly, did you play Battlefield 2033 or whatever, the future one that everybody hated?
Wasn't a fan. Planet, it was too much like PlanetSide is now.
Yes, nobody liked that.
But no, Battlefield 2 had this element to like, even Battlefield 4, which is my favourite Battlefield probably. In terms of not nostalgia, not nostalgia, but in terms of sheer gameplay experience, even that didn't capture the magic of Battlefield 2. When you went to like China Island.
No, Battlefield 2 was incredible.
And you remember these old videos that they would make on YouTube, these comedy videos?
Oh yes, so people get hit on the runway, they got killed on the runway and stuff like that by plane taking off.
They make like gun songs, and Battlefield 2 was a phenomenon. And honestly, if they could recapture that magic in Battlefield 6, I'll cry happy tears.
I don't think they will.
I'll be the happiest little kid alive. I'd be like,
I feel optimistic that they will, just because of the pure size and scale of what they're trying to accomplish.
Why?
And unlike Call of Duty that comes out with a new game every year,
people been waiting on
forever. You know,
right? And the last two Battlefields were set in like World War I and World War II. So people been since Battlefield 4. People been waiting for like
modern one,
to return to modern times. So this Battlefield, the next Battlefield is going to be real big. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, and Call of Duty is supposed to go back to World War II, which I don't want to play that.
No, fuck that. Whereas Battlefield 1, guys, I think came out at the wrong time because that game is really good. If you play Battlefield,
Battlefield 1 is good. I actually like one gun.
One was a good change. I like one. The problem again with it is the attachments and the guns, because the problem I have with Battlefield is I don't like the leveling up. Like, I don't like how they lock stuff away. Yeah, the progression. I don't like how they lock stuff away. I don't like the gadgets. I did not like, and there was really not a lot of gadgets in Battlefield 1. You know what I mean? And because of that time point, like I really think like they could do something with like what Call of Duty's doing, that kind of time, like current and maybe a little future, and have some cool gadgets and stuff that really could impact the game, because you want to feel powerful as a combat guy, like as a class, you know what I mean? And I think the class stuff needs to be more fine-tuned. They got to try to keep people together, not just spawning on people, but relying on people, like giving people special skills or abilities. I was a huge fan of Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Like, I loved like just the reliance on classes and making little squads. Like, they should make that. I know they do the weapons and stuff, like the engineer has certain weapons, but I think having skills would be like a cool way of adding stuff to it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of like, why I like Apex Legends, because it's a little different and stuff like that, but, it takes...
like to build up for an ability, like a hero type ability, that would be cool.
Yeah, and then plus you can drop wherever you want. I mean, there's no camping. I mean, you only get one fucking life and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just
and that's the one thing they failed on Battlefield was that Firestorm. Oh my god, that Battle Royale. Holy crap, that was fail on Battlefield 5.
They had a Battle Royale?
Oh yeah, Firestorm.
I actually didn't
It came out way like 6 months after the game released, and it was horrible.
It died within 2 weeks.
It died 2 weeks.
I tried Warzone. And that shit was garbage. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck
It's the cross play stuff, man. It's when you play games like that and you're playing with console and PC, forget about it. You might as well just quit. I mean, it really is unfair to play with PC, in my opinion. I mean, other people may say otherwise, but
see the thing is with Apex Legends is that if you're on console, it'll match you with Xbox players, but not with PC guys. But let's just say you have a friend, right? If you have a friend that has a PC and then you guys hook up, then you're gonna have to play with all PC guys if you're on console.
Oh damn!
Yeah. Well,
that's how it works.
I re-downloaded. I downloaded Apex the other day, actually yesterday, I think, if I remember correctly, and it was just yesterday. I'm already forgetting.
Is that you, Kofi?
No, it's Axel.
Oh, Axel, gotcha.
Yeah. I downloaded Apex Legend, and I was going through the options and settings, and there is a setting that allows you to turn off PC and console, so you can play with only console people, which is great. I think every multiplayer game should have, every first-person shooter should have that if it's connected, online and stuff.
No, well, the thing is that if you're on console and you're playing, even if you have it set up to what's it called? If you have it set up to, cross-platform and shit, you're not gonna get stuck with a PC guy. It's just Xbox people. That's it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But
console to console.
Yeah. But if you have a PC guy that's a friend and he invites you, you're only gonna play with PC guys. That's how. It works.
That happened to me so many times because I play with Merc305 and he plays on PC and I'll be playing on the console and then he would I would come in and be all PC guys. I'm like, oh, this sucks, man.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, dude, because I used to play with some PC guys, and some people would be like, "Yo, you're actually playing on a console? Like, how the fuck are you fucking kicking her ass and shit?" You're either good or you're not. That's just how it works. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah. But they got but as you know, they get the hit switches and the hotkeys and all this other shit that they do. It's not even the controller, the keyboard and mouse. Is that they got hotkeys and shit. They hit a button, they could switch to their gun so quick.
Yeah, definitely. No, but actually, there's an advantages to it, man. Honestly, I have a pretty badass mic and pretty decent laptop and shit, so I noticed a difference. But I don't know, man. For some reason, I can only play on controller. That's just
same here, man. I got two gaming laptops, and I play sporadically on them. I just prefer playing on console.
Yeah, definitely.
I just prefer doing it.
Console's here to stay. Everybody's screaming PC, but console is here to stay for good.
Hold on, Wally. Let me throw this out there. Everybody fucking talks about PC, right? They're always talking about 4K, 120 frames per second, right?
Yeah, good luck running that.
But seriously, man, how many of these motherfuckers actually own all this fucking badass hardware on their fucking PC? Man, come on, dude.
Nobody.
It's a fucking joke, bro.
And I know what's crazy is that you spend all that money, and then if a game is not very optimized, it doesn't matter how powerful your PC is.
Completely agreed. For example, a friend of mine, he got Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers, the sequel to Persona, and we know that it's not visually impressive. And he said that the load times were terrible on his, brand new SSD. He has a 3070, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And then guess what he had? Crashes. Constant crashes towards the end. So
there's the issue now apparently with the near replicant, the PC version. It's kind of messed up right now.
Yep.
Well, there's other issues with Neo.
Wait, hold on. What's going on with that?
It's crashing.
Literally just crashing the whole game out?
That's what I heard.
Oh, guys, Neo Automata was terrible on PC. It was a terrible port.
Yeah, they finally fixed it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, crazy. But guys, it's been one hell of a show. I don't know about you, but I'm pooped. I'm knackered. So I don't know. I can either leave my PlayStation on, streaming, and you guys can
leave it on all night. Woo!
You guys can continue chatting, and I fall asleep snoring down the mic, or we call it a night.
That's all good, brother.
We wrap it up. But it has been awesome.
It was fun, man.
We've got 15 likes. That's actually really good going.
Should we just do the outros and stuff? Or?
Yeah, we got to 15 likes, guys. That's awesome. That's crazy good.
The big time.
That's all good. Hey, Willie, I
it
know it's
doesn't matter,
late
man.
over there for
it's
you
just
in the
good
UK.
talking. Who gives a shit? Like, it's just fun talk, man.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been great fun. And
yeah, I'll play this Crash Bandicoot. This shit's sick.
And I
Which one, the new one?
Like,
yeah, man.
Now,
I can't even hear Wooly. I think he's sleeping already.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I found out I'm able to actually talk and play as the nights progress. I'm getting better at it. This multitasking.
Yes.
By the way, brother, I deleted the game yesterday, so I'm downloading it again. So that's why I didn't join you on the party. My bad.
Bro. Nah, it's all good. It's great. We'll have to get some.
Yeah, but you know what? You, Axel, and I, we should join Apex Legends tomorrow. But anyways, should we do the outros or what?
Yeah, let's do outros. Kofi, where can we find you, my bro?
Yeah, you guys can find me at creative_Kofi on Twitter. Lots of exciting things to talk about, guys. Obviously, Tales of Arise was really hype. I know Chris Righteous and I
they announced
were
that,
hyping
right?
This year
day one
is so great. And there's another game I want to talk about by the Scenario Screen. The original story writer for the Persona games, the older Persona games, has a new game coming out in June in Japan and in fall in the U.S. called Caligula 2. I know people have probably heard of Caligula because it's 3 or 4 years old now, but he did get greenlit for a sequel, so I'm planning on importing that one. It comes out the same day as Scarlet Nexus and game on June 24th, so it's just a ton of stuff coming. Lot of exciting games, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think there's way too much stuff coming from my wallet, man.
Finally.
That's awesome. Chris, my bro.
Just follow me on Chris Righteous at Twitter, and I'm just tonight at 11 p.m. on my time, Central Time. Near Replicant should be unlocking, so I will be playing that tonight, which I'm excited for. The game's getting reviewed very well compared to the original PS3 version. The original PS3 version, I think it was like what was it, like at 68 or some shit like that, Kofi. But
I think you're right. It was 68.
Yeah, but the Replicant with all the improvements and everything they've done, the game's sitting like at an 85 right now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, man. Yoko Taro's known to have like some of the craziest philosophical stories that's just like weird but fucking amazing at the same time. So I'm excited to dive back into Nier again. So, but other than that, yeah, man, it's a great show, and just play your games, man. Play your games. So that's it.
Facts.
Yeah. Some really good news about Saltiest Gaming. His operation was a success.
That's good.
That's awesome, man.
Woo!
Here it is. Good job. Oof.
Yeah, fantastic. Jazz, my bro.
Oh yeah, I'm fighting Cortex guy, the boss. But it's great news about Salty. Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, I'm fighting the boss of the game. Yeah, great news for Salty, and awesome show, guys. Pleasure speaking with everybody. You can follow me over at Jez7780 Grinds My Gears over on the YouTubes, and Jez7780 over on Twitter. But yeah, I'm gonna have the Gaming Grindhouse on Monday nights, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, it's been a wild show, awesome time, and my Grinds My Gears, and I've streamed some Days Gone too, so I'll be streaming to my channel, and check it out over there. But yeah, shout out to everybody, and can't wait for all these games coming out. Finally, let the games do the talking, and the bullshit do the walking.
Amen, bro. Axel.
Yeah, catch me on Twitter, Axel Gaming 1. That's the numeric 1. It was a lot of fun, a lot of cool things to talk about. We probably didn't even get through all the topics.
The Share Factory update, 4K HDR edits.
Yeah, the Share Factory. There's a lot of good plus the new update that came out as well. Did y'all talk about that last week? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, we can offload shit. I think so to the hard drive. I think we did.
Oh, the SSD.
Preview. Yeah,
I had tested
a couple of
while we were on the stream. I tested to my SSD.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. Until next week.
been awesome. Shout out to Axel, by the way. You got to mention, bro. You were right this whole time. It looks like Sony are gearing up for a multifaceted kind of homogenous, I don't know, symphony of games and movies blending into one another.
Oh yeah.
It's an exciting time, bro. So congrats to you for being the guru of all wisdom and foreseeing the future.
Thanks, man.
Impressive stuff, bro. Usually it's Kofi who's the guru of all wisdom. But together,
this guy's
you're like
wild.
two peas in a pod. Remnant, Gaining Despair. It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. It's fucking nice talking to you guys, honestly. You can find me at Gaming Despair on Twitter and on PSN. Yeah, fuck my gaming channel.
Yeah, it's awesome channel, dude. Yeah, anyone who watches this, if anyone does, and doesn't follow Gaming Despair, do yourselves a favour and do that. He's a great guy.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Hey, that's all I gotta say, though. This is all I gotta say. Fucking, yo, hey, get Returnal, get Ratchet and Clank, get Kino Spirit of Bridges, man. You'll be good, man. I swear to God. You know, chill out on those games.
Next gen,
fine.
please.
Next gen games. Well, Kino probably won't be, but you know, Returnal.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Is a must.
The game looks good.
Want to give a bit of a shout out to, first of all, bus drivers, or what's his name? Bus drivers or Swag. He was in the chat earlier on. He's on Twitter.
And All Style 85.
All Style 85 has been a huge support tonight.
Oh yeah, man.
Huge thank you to you, All Style. You rock, dude. Much appreciated. Hazem, AMN. Been great to see you in the chat. T-Rock, as always, brother. You're a great support to Salty and to me, and you're just awesome. So thank you. Guapzilla, thank you for being here, bro. All of you guys.
Dude, to Godzilla, man.
Guapzilla, that's my dude.
What's up, Guapzilla?
That's my dude.
Yo, this Neo Cortex guy's a bitch.
Aziza, good to see you in the chat, bro. Aziza, it's been a pleasure.
Shooting all this shit at me.
It's been good. It's been ace. And is that everyone? Have we covered everyone? Jazz.
Hey, thanks, man.
We got you. Did we get you? Did you have your?
Who got me? Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
Yeah, you did your grinds.
A Neo Cortex guy whooped my ass.
Hey, hold on. Before you guys go, hey, hold on. Hey, Wooly and Axel, if you guys want that smoke, let me know, man, on the fucking Apex and shit, right?
Yeah, all right. We got our win. We got our win together, didn't we, bro? We won.
Yeah, we did. Together. We actually won a game together. Yeah, second game. Game we did good. Yeah, so let me know, Axel, man. Let me know when you. Hey,
cool, man.
Let's get that grind and shit.
We'll do,
brother.
Yeah. Thank you,
all right, man. I'm gonna take off. All right. Take care. Take care,
buddy. Guys. It's been awesome.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys. Yeah.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Yeah. Have a good one.
See y'all.
End of the stream.